video is basically continuing the video that I did on shapeshifting. Right? Remember, I did a video earlier on shapeshifting. Right? Meaning that energies in the earth, right, know how to manipulate energy and shift to people to react in a particular way towards you, even though you and do them people nothing. Right? So as a chosen being, right? This way a true chosen being, and God chose, not the council chose, as a true God's chosen being, right? What does really mean, right, is that because of so much energies, right, earthly energies, right, shape shifting and interacting, because of complex interaction, right, because of so much shape shifting energies trying to get at you, right, real energy is going to be functioning through people, right, to get at you, right? If only understand what I'm saying. So you'll find normally like family members who would normally relate normal to you, right? Because start to be, and I'll just see it happen, right? I'll just see how that happen, that play out it, right? So family members, right? Because of all the elite shape shifting energies now, shifting through people, I remember, and that's what a true chosen being is incumbent upon you to regardless of what, right? You can't get off of your path. You can't get off of your path, right? Because people who normally hail you out, be cool with you, normal with you, be it family, friends, country people, right? International community, Facebookers, YouTubers, whatever, right? You'll find that they sort of move like fuck you, like fuck off, right? That's how you sort of move, right? So, and it's not them, but it's all the elite material energies that are running the earth functioning through them. So sometimes they even know that they operate in that way towards you. Right? It's not even them because your thought is not your own. Most of the people on earth, because of the knowledge being concentrated about how this is really going, right, in the hands of a few, and people's ability to control people's minds, right? The group of the select few ability to control people's minds, right? You doing something towards somebody that ain't do you nothing, right? That do you nothing, be it a family member or close people to you, right? You reacting towards a family member or something in a way that them do you nothing, right? But you projecting a particular energy out towards them, and them do you nothing. I ain't do you nothing, but right? And you projecting that kind of energy towards me, like if I do you something, right? All of them things are shape shifting energies, right? Functioning through the people who were turn family against family. That is why you have a lot of chosen beings, right? And this is what I understand that most of the chosens do understand, right? So that's why they just tell you, oh, your family hates you. That's what they gonna tell you. They come and tell you, oh, your family hates you. But I understand now the complex interaction between all these evil forces that if shape shifting, right, through your family to basically make you think they hate you. And that is something most of the chosen don't understand. And that's why I really hate to tell you about that, how that is operate. Right? So that's because of this JSUS work now. Remember that whole JSUS thing, nobody died for my sins. Remember that whole JSUS work, right, is about you leaving your family in search of going for something. Right? In search of going for something else. Right? So I resisted that, right? I didn't emigrate, right? Remember, I didn't emigrate. I still home. I stand my ground. I still here, right? I ain't take over the house either, right? So I ain't boot out nobody because this place is not mine. I can't boot out nobody, right? So the JSUS principle now, and those who follow that principle, right? That reality is premised on booting out people from the place, right? And following and going out there and search for something, right? They call it emigrate for the sake of Allah, right? So this is premise on booting you out of your place, booting you out from your family, and they'll tell you, oh, it's to give up your family in search of something. In search of what? In search of what? Right? So how these energies interacting now, right? And this is what I do all literally know, right? So it could be real jokey if it's the people who doing this thing, it's the people who end up being the ones watching this, right? So this how it is operate now, right? You have them shape shifting, you call them shapeshifters, right? The elite manipulators. They shape shift through your family, right? To make you think that they hate you. Right? So that you go boot yourself out. Right? And go. Because you go think your family hate you. Right? That's how that's the reality of how that functioning. Right? So back then now, they shapeshift through Jeffers, right? And there was like your family hates you, you know, right? Your family hates you, you know, right? So that's how that shape-shifting thing been happening throughout my whole life. They've been shifting through different people to do all kind of things, to make each other think hate. That's why a lot of chosons and they have a lot of evil spirits now coming on YouTube and telling you, oh, the same thing basically, right? Your family don't like it, your family do this to you, your family, and that the point I was trying to make to somebody on Facebook, hey, it's not your family do that to you, right? It is have shape-shifting energies, right, wanting to cause separation unwarranted, right? Unwarranted, right? And that's what I tell earlier, that religion and that belief system, right, is the root of that shit, right? Because that premise on the ideology are you leaving. So everything, they're going to try everything now to say, hey, to make me say, hey, I real fucking fed up at this place, right? And leave. Right? So that the prophethood thing that they will push people into now, right? You will get somebody so frustrated, right, with how everybody around them reacting to them, right? And they do it with me, but I stand my ground. I say, hey, you're not doing that to me. Damn energy is not doing that to me. Right? So the point people try experience that, hey, I don't want to be here no more. But I was like, hey, what the hell? Right? I see all your game plan and I don't like it. I see all your game plan and I don't like it. Right? Good.